Good day, everyone. I'm going to report about the Article 8 Judicial Department. So, Section 5, the Supreme Court shall have the following powers. Number 1, exercise original jurisdiction over cases affecting ambassadors, other public ministers and consuls, and over petitions for certiorari, prohibition, mandamus, quo warranto, and habeas corpus. So, naadiri ang mga ambassadors, no, public administration, and then mga consults. Number 2, review, revise, reverse, modify, or affirm on appeal or certiorari as the law or the rules of the court may provide. Final judgments and orders of law courts in. So, diri na ang ilahang i-review nila, utro-utrohon nila og review, i-reverse or bali-balihon, and modify ilahang dugangan ilang mga kuan, no, or ilang pangbutangan. So, A. All cases in which the constitutionality or validity of any treaty, international or executive agreement, law, presidential decree, proclamation, order, instruction, ordinance, or regulation is in question. So, diri na tanan balaod, no, mga presidential decrees, proclamation, mga instructions, ordinance, na diri ipapangutanan na sila. So letter B, all cases involving the legality of any tax, imposed, assessment, or toll, or any penalty imposed in relation thereto. So sabi, no, appeal na mga legality, any tax, mga bayronon, mga imposed, no, ilahang i-imposed, i-assessment, mga toll, then mga penalty. So letter C, all cases in which the jurisdiction of any lower courts is in issue. So tanan mga kaso na mag-handle is jurisdictions of any courts na agin na siya sa issue. So lastly is letter A, all cases in which only an error or questions of law involved. So tanan kaso nga ang bugawas kay error or question mark. So wala na siya na sulbam, no, ang mga cases na aghapon na sa I mean uban gihapon na nga balaod ani nga law. So number 3, assign temporarily judges of lower courts to others stations or interest may require, such as temporarily assignment shall not exceed 6 months without the consent of the judge concerned. So, sa mga assign, no, na temporary ang mga judge sa mga ubos nga mga courts sa mga station, public interest may require. So, such as temporarily assignment shall not exceed 6 months without the consent of judge concerned. So, dili siya mag-exceed, no, sa 6 months without a consent of a judge. Consent, so, wa pa siya nakuan. I mean, kanang wala pa siya consent sa judge. Number 4, order a change of venue or place or trial to avoid a miscarriage of justice. So, ang uban ga-order na balhinon ang venue, balhinon ang place, like kabali sa hearing or trial para ma-avoid nila ang miscarriage sa hustisya. Number 5, promulgate rules concerning the protection and enforcement of constitutional rights, pleading, practice, and procedure in all courts. The admission to the practice of law, the integrated bar, and legal assistance to the underprivileged rules shall provide a simplified and expensive procedure for the speedy disposition to cases, shall be uniform for all courts of the same grade, and shall not diminish, increase, or modify substantive rights. Rules of procedure of special courts and quasi-judicial bodies shall remain effective unless disapproved by the Supreme Court. So, diri na ang i-practice nila ang protection sa privilege sa pag-enforce sa constitutional rights. Okay, number 6, appoint all officials and employees of the judiciary in accordance with the civil service of law. So, section 6, the Supreme Courts shall have the administrative supervision over all courts and personnel thereof. So, there is a section 6, no, kay ang Supreme Court shall have administrative nga gid na siya administrative supervision. Pati na ang mga korte or lower courts na gid na siya mga personnel nga mga staff. So, Section 7, number 1, no persons shall be appointed member of the Supreme Court or any lower collegiate court unless he is a natural-born citizen of the Philippines. A member of the Supreme Court must be at least 40 years of age and must have been for 14 years or more a judge of a lower court or engaged in the practice of law in the Philippines. So, walay tao nga i-appoint para ma-member sa Supreme Court nga dili siya natural born citizen no diri sa Pilipinas. So dapat para ma-appoint gyud ka dapat diri gyud siya gipanganak sa Philippines. Number 2, the Congress shall prescribe the qualifications of judges of lower courts, but no person may be appointed judge thereof unless he is a citizen of the Philippines and a member of the Philippine Bar. So as I said no sa paragraph 1 nga kinahanglan gid siya born citizen siya diri sa Pilipinas ug dapat member sab siya sa Philippine Bar. Ug gid ni siya no pangitaon nga prescribed nga qualification of judge of lower courts mo jud na pinaka-prescribe ni pangitaon nila no. I am sorry. So number 3, a member of the judiciary must be a person of a proven competence, integrity, probity, and independence. So kinahanglan ang mga member proven gid siya no, proven gid siya nga kompetensya na siya integrity, na siya probity, and then independence versions of siya. So let's proceed to section 8. Number 1, a judicial and bar council is hereby created under the supervision of the Supreme Court, composed of the Chief Justice as ex officio chairman, the Secretary of Justice, and a representative of the integrated bar, a professor of law, a retired member of the Supreme Court, and a representative of the private sector. So, diri no, nag-compose ang Chief Justice sa Supreme Court. So, number 2, the regular member of the council shall be appointed by the President for a term of 4 years with the consent of the Commission on Appointments. Of the member first appointed, the representative of the integrated bar shall serve for 4 years, the professor of the law for 3 years, the retired justice for 2 years, and a representative of the private sector for 1 year. So, regular member siya sa council na na-appoint by the President. Gi-appoint siya sa President, kailangan na siya term na 4 years with the consent of the Commission on Appointments. So, dapat naging siya, consent, no? Then, number 3, the clerk of the Supreme Court shall be the secretary ex officio of the council and shall keep a record of each proceeding. So, diri na ang secretary no nga mo kupot sa mga records, mga proceeding nga unsa pay uban dira ang mga papers ilaha gid nang taguan. Sila jud nakamutaguan na. Number 4, the regular member of the council shall receive such emoluments as may be determined by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court shall provide in its annual budget the appropriations for the council. So, ang mga regular nga members, like mga staff sa Supreme Court, shall receive emoluments as may be determined by the Supreme Courts. No? So, number 5, the Council shall have the principal functions of recommending appointees to the judiciary. It may exercise such other functions and duties as the Supreme Courts may assign to it. So, diri na ang Council, no? Kinahanglan nga naa siya function nga mag-recommend sa appointees na katong iyahang gi-appoint na person no? Sa judiciary. So, that's all my report and thank you and God bless everyone.